Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Oh, pretty excited to bring this knife to you today, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Damned Designs Wraith. Now, if you remember, it's probably been at least a couple of months ago, we had the pleasure of taking a look at the Damned Designs Wendigo, or Wendigo, however you choose to pronounce it. It was provided by Damned Designs and designer Adrian D'Souza for us to take a look at, and also had the absolute pleasure of having Adrian on the Saturday Knife live stream one night to actually look at it, talk about the Wendigo, and get some feedback on it. That went over terrifically. Everybody loved the opportunity to talk with him. And I tell you what, Adrian, he wants the community's feedback, because he wants to put out a product that the EDC knife community will carry, will want to carry, and I think that's absolutely awesome. So what he did is he took that feedback, and one of the most hot points of that whole discussion was a Sheepsfoot Blade. That was probably by far the hottest topic, because he'd mentioned a few different blade styles, and the Sheepsfoot Blade, definitely hot topic. So let's zoom out here. Oh, not quite that far. I will take a look at it. Now, as with the Wendigo, Damned Designs is working with Tuya. Tuya will be producing the full production run, as they did with the prototypes. Now, there's going to be two models available. You're going to have the carbon fiber version, and you're also going to have a titanium version. The carbon fiber is going to be the liner lock version, and then the full titanium will be a frame lock version. And we'll talk about that one a little bit in a minute as well. But as you can see there, you got the blue and black carbon fiber. You've got titanium hardware, stainless steel liners, titanium pocket clip. The handle is going to be 4 3/4 inches long. As I measure the grip length at about 3 3/4, so it's pretty much the full size of my hand. My hand measures 3 3/4 inches, so pretty much takes up my entire hand, but I can get a full 4-finger grip on it. Manual flipper. A little bit of shake. Ball bearing pivot, of course. As I showed you before, it is a liner lock. Now you're going to have, on this model, like I said, you've got a 3 1/4 inch S35 VN Sheepsfoot Blade. Now the S35 VN is just a prototype. The production model is going to be M390. It's got a satin finish and right about a 3-inch cutting edge. As you can see there, right there, you've got the S35 VN, but the production will be M390. And there again, he took the Sheepsfoot talk to heart and put a Sheepsfoot Blade on this knife. And I mean, I'm not going to wait till my take. This, I love the way this knife looks. 7 5/8 fully open length on it. Let's get our scale out. We'll get a weight. We'll get some measurements. But as I said, I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to Adrian and just giving him feedback. And he's very open to suggestions. And he really wants to know, he was going to join us this past Saturday night on Saturday Night Live when I was showing it off. And he wasn't able to make it. He got a hold of me. He's like, I'm so sorry I missed it. I mean, just a fantastic guy to talk to. So, 143 grams, or right at 5 ounces. Now, that is another thing that we talked about. Might as well talk about it now, since we're doing a weight on it. Now, where did my flashlight go? I don't know. Well, there is some skeletonization going on. But there's not a lot of it. And some of the feedback he got, oh, there, you can kind of see the hole. There you go. You can kind of see the holes there. And that was one of the feedback points that he got, was the weight. Now, he said he believes there's definitely room for improvement and skeletonization on there. I think he's probably right, because those holes are pretty small. So I think there's definitely a way that this little guy can slim up a little bit, lose a little bit of weight, and get it more dialed in to that, to the more EDC friendly. The weight of this knife did not bother me at all. Carried great. The pocket clip, let's shut the blade, we'll take some measurements here. We'll take our measurements first, and then we'll talk about the clip. So, just over that 5, or 0.55, so just over a ½ inch. Still not too bad. I did not think it was a burden in the pocket at all. Width, you're looking at about 1.32, so that is definitely under an 1.5 inches. As I said, I carried great in pocket. As you can see there, your pocket profile, everything's finished so well. Hand in the pocket, you're gonna have plenty of room. Nothing, absolutely nothing on that knife to get you, grab you. Nothing at all. Little pop into the pocket. There's a little bit of a pop going in, but pretty decent retention. Not a whole lot sticking out there. We're probably going to be pretty close to that ½ inch, which is pretty standard. Yeah, right about that ½ inch. So pretty standard for non-deep carry clips as to what's sticking out of your pocket. So nothing too terrible. Just a little bit, and it's narrow, so not a whole lot of exposure there when in pocket. Now my overall take on it, guys. Well, you kind of know where I sit already. And if you heard me talk about the Wendigo and saying how much I thought it cool, because the Wendigo had a Tanto blade on it, the one we had, the prototype. And I said, man, this would be a sexy knife if it had a Sheepsfoot Blade. Well, there we go. The Wraith is exactly that. I absolutely love this knife. The action, very smooth. Very smooth action. A little bit of a shake to get it to shut. But then again, this is a prototype, so it's not broken in. Now, the one thing with this knife, we talked about it a little bit. The centering is a little bit off. And it looks like it rubs, but I don't believe it does. There's no marks to make me think it rubs. So, no scratches, no nothing. And we talked about that too. And he asked me to mess with it, and I did, try to center it up, but I didn't have much luck. And so he said that was something he'll be addressing with Tuya. So there again, he took my feedback. Was gonna go right back to Tuya with it. As I said, the milling is gonna talk to them about that. Try to take a little bit more weight out of it, which would be nice. I mean, it would be, but as it sits right now, the weight doesn't bother me at all. Now, as I said, there's the sheep's foot. Yeah, that's just a sexy blade to me. Love it. I like the full swedge. Now, here's the other point we were talking about. You've got that full swedge on the top of the blade. You also have jimping there. Well, with that thin blade, or with that thin spine and that jimping, right now we're on the ragged edge of those being saw teeth. And, I mean, they are a little sharp. Not overly painful. Now, if I really bear down on it, yeah. Where's my thumb? I mean, they're going to leave some marks. So that was one thing. He's like, okay, jimping's gone. I was like, all right. So it pretty much sounds like they're going to get rid of the jimping and keep that full swedge, because I really like the way that full swedge on that blade looks. Really, really like that. And to be perfectly honest with you, this is just me. I'd much rather have that full swedge than the jimping on there. Love the way that looks. Again, action, solid lockup. The handle, very, very comfortable in hand. Extremely comfortable. No issue with that pocket clip in my grip whatsoever. We talked about the jimping. That's going bye-bye from what I understand. And then, of course, the finish. Just so well done. Oh, yeah. Very, very well done. Everything is chamfered. Good gripability. That carbon fiber has got some decent gripability on it. Just an absolutely sexy knife. Blue liked it. He said as is, he'd give it an 8. You get rid of that jimping and who knows where it's going to go. So, very, very interested in seeing the full production model of the Wraith. Now, the carbon fiber pre-order, they're not in pre-order as of yet. What it is, you go to damndesign.com. Oh, where is it at? Here we go. Here's this little case here. There you go. damndesigns.com. And there's an email list. This is under the EDC tab. The knives are. Go to the EDC tab and you can get on an email list. That will give you all the information as to when they go on pre-order. But the carbon fiber model will pre-order for $125. It'll retail for $175. And then the titanium frame lock model will pre-order at $175 and full retail at $225. So again, I thank Adrian for giving us the opportunity to check out the Wraith as a prototype, give him some feedback, which is what he wanted. He wanted the community's feedback. And just an absolutely awesome guy to talk to. I can't say that enough. Very, very pleasurable. But there you go, guys. If you were here for the Wendigo prototype, and you were saying, man, that thing would look sexy with a sheepsfoot blade, there you go. The Damn Design Wraith. As always, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I greatly appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I forgot one thing, though. I can't forget this. I almost forgot. I gotta show you these. What a dummy. He did send along some Micarta Scales. How could I forget those? Now, as of right now, it's not gonna be offered in Micarta as far as I know, but if the Micarta gets enough traction and gets enough backing, he might also provide it or sell it with Micarta Scales. We've got some of these gray ones, and then we've got some, sorry, I'm trying to get them out of the package. Should have done that beforehand. Then we've got some kind of like khaki sand colored ones that are really cool. So there you go, guys. Another little piece of information that I almost forgot to throw in there. Sorry, Adrian, but I got it in there. As I said, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Love talking to y'all. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.